Are you feeling tired and overwhelmed when you try to learn something new? And do you wish there was a method by which you can accelerate your learning process and your skills at record speed? Well, get ready to unlock the secrets of rapid learning in 2023 and beyond. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a game-changing approach that will completely transform the way that you learn. From learning musical instruments, language, painting, or any topic, if you want to get into speed learning mode, this is the video for you. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Siddharth Rajsekar, and I've trained over 26,000 experts on how to teach better to students and teach better to their students. I'm not talking about students in a younger age category, even the adult learning. Just to let you know, one of my mentors, his name is Blair Singer, he told me this. He said, it is not about what you teach. It's about the way you teach it. And more importantly, who you are as a person. So a lot of the learning has to do with the teacher. But having said that, I want to share with you different ways to learn. You can learn from so many different places. You can learn from nature. You can learn from people. You can be walking on the road. You can get lessons from anywhere actually. But today I'm going to share with you 3 steps on how you can get the best out of your learning process, how you can make it fast and more efficient. The first step to accelerate your learning process is to identify the outcome of your learning. If you're just going to be reading a book without knowing where you want to use that knowledge, there's no point even reading the book. So learning all has to do with understanding where you want to apply that knowledge. To know and not to do is not to know. Learning and not doing, it equals to not knowing. So I want you to keep this in mind that if you want to really learn really fast, you got to understand where are you going to apply that knowledge. And for this, first you need to understand what is it that you want to learn. Second is why you want to learn that. Number 3 is whom do you want to learn it from? Who is the expert in the industry? And the fourth thing is you got to answer to yourself is how do you plan to implement that knowledge? When all these are clear, then you'll be able to get on the learning journey much faster. The problem with our education system and schooling system is you're just made to learn just for the sake of learning. Like history, geography, chemistry, biology, physics, like integration symbol. When I would see that symbol, my brain would switch off. Okay. Today, I'm not using calculus anywhere. Now, if I was a scientific person, I wanted to go and learn and continue that journey beyond my college, then it would have made sense. But you know what? 90% of our education curriculum today is irrelevant, meaning the kids are just made to learn because they have to learn it. There's no passion in the learning. There's no clear outcome on where they're going to use it. They just want to cram information right through on multiple subjects. And that's one of the reasons that most of the kids, they don't make it. They fail because they had a passion in one subject, but they are not really able to carry forward that passion in some other subject. So again, the fundamental problem is in our education system and the method and modality of teaching itself and the method and modality of how students also learn. Okay, it worked in the industrial era, but now we are moving in a fast-paced digital era and it is time for change. So once you get this done, now I'm going to share something with you called the cone of learning. You can go on YouTube and search for cone of learning and you'll find a lot of images on this. And this is a research that was done by National Training Laboratories. And they have mentioned that the best way to learn is in this format. Okay. Now let's get into the worst way to learn. The worst retention is when you're reading something. Okay. If you read a book, only 10% of whatever you read, you'll retain in your brain. Better than this is hearing. When you hear somebody speak, just audio format, there's 20% retention. So lectures and college, all this stuff, right? Number 3 is when you see visually, you'll have 30% retention. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So when you're able to visually see something, you're able to learn 30% faster. It gets retained in the brain. Now, better than this, if you want a higher retention, you got to practice what you're learning. So let's say you want to be a YouTuber. When you are actually doing the YouTube videos and practicing the YouTube videos, then what's going to happen? Your learning is going to be far superior than you just watching a YouTube video on how to become a YouTuber. Okay. If you want to be a YouTuber, there are 2 ways. One is you can watch YouTube videos on how to become a YouTuber. You'll retain some knowledge. But the better way to learn is by you actually doing the YouTube videos, doing your own editing, doing your own research, and building your audience and connecting with your audience. So practice and practical application gives you 75% retention. Now, you know what's 90% retention is when you teach others. So when you start to teach others on a topic what you want to learn, the retention is much higher. And I'll give you an example. Let's say in your school days, there are 2 options. One option is the teacher tells you, please go and memorize this and come back tomorrow. Now you'll go and do this. But again, you may not take it so seriously. But if the teacher tells you, please memorize this, come tomorrow, and in front of the entire class, you got to speak it out. Now then what's going to happen? You're going to take it even more seriously. So when you're learning to teach others, when you're learning to share that knowledge with others, the retention is 90% because something happens in the brain where you start to absorb that knowledge at a much more deeper level, and that's how you can learn really fast. So now let me take you to step number 3. The third secret or the third step is to build a community. Now this takes the cone of learning to a whole different level. See, if you're just going to be teaching whatever you've learned on a YouTube video or a podcast and stuff like that, it has an impact. You have a 90% retention. But let's let's say you're building a community around that particular topic, what's going to happen is you'll also get live feedback from your community. They will ask you questions and you'll be able to give them better solutions. So the way that you'll be learning to serve a community, that is the ultimate way to learn things fast. That's how I've also grown. In the last 5 years, I've built a community of more than 26,000 people, and I've learned and I've grown so much as a person because of nurturing communities. Now I'm going to give you a few steps. Now, if you are to take this learning methodology of growing fast, first is you need to identify your topic, okay? And write this down in your notepads. Identify your topic on what you want to teach. Second step is identify who's your target market. Do you want to only target entrepreneurs or students or only parents or homemakers? You should know who you're speaking to, because if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. I'll repeat that. If you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody, meaning there has to be relevance with what you're actually teaching others, okay? The third step is you got to list down the top 10 problems that specific target market is facing. So let's say if you're a 20-year-old student and you want to learn faster and you're looking for different solutions, now what I can do is I can make a list of all the 20 problems when it comes to 20-year-old students having a tough time in learning. The next thing to do is start creating content. Now, what kind of content pieces? You can do 1-minute reels on Instagram. Take one problem, make it into 1-minute reel. Second, you can do YouTube videos. Do 2 YouTube videos per week. And these YouTube videos can go on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like all my YouTube videos are. See, YouTube videos are slightly more longer format, meaning that if you can hold somebody's attention for 5 to 10 minutes, you've really got them. If you're watching this video till this point, it really shows that you're connected with this topic. Otherwise, a 1-minute reel is like eating French fries, fast food. But longer format content is like lean forward. You're watching this video till the end. You want to learn more. You want to understand how this really works. You're a more serious learner as compared to somebody who's watching a reel. And let's say somebody is commenting below your video. You can connect with at least 20 people per day. Respond to their comments. Connect with them on a human-to-human level. Post a video even on Facebook and on LinkedIn under 10 minutes duration. Somebody comments, go and reply to their comments and go to their profile and like them. So connect with 20 people per day. If you do it for 30 days, you can connect with 600 people in a month. And let's say you do this. This is like building a community. And then what you do is get feedback. So every time you make a post, after that, you can ask them, what do you think about this? Is there any more ideas that are there? Okay. Run polls. And when you get the feedback and when you run polls, that will give you some tangible insights on how you can create better content. This has been my success formula. From the beginning, I've been a community builder. I've always been listening to what my community wants. I've been running Google Forms and asking them, what do they want to learn? What challenges are they facing? Where are they stuck in their business? I have a pattern of all of those. I have more than 6,000 questions that people have asked me in my weekly calls over the last 5 years. 6,000 questions. And I look at all those questions, I know exactly what they want. And I've been able to create courses, content. I've been able to create strategies and solutions to solve their problems. That is how I've learned. It's not by taking up a course or going through some MBA program. So I want to leave you with this one thought. The best way to learn is to teach what you want to learn to a community. I'll repeat that. The best way to learn fast is to teach whatever you want to learn to a community and do it consistently. Because you need 2 things in this. You need courage to put yourself out there and to create content, and you need consistency. With courage and consistency, anything is possible. I hope you found this video useful. And before I leave, I would like you to share in the comments, what else do you think is better to learn fast? Do you think there are better strategies than this, whatever I've shared, to learn fast? Please share in the comments below. I would like to read them. And if you're not a part of my community, please join my community by going to sidz.co/live. Register for my next webinar. There's a link in the description, and also join my community. And if you're already a part of my community, I would love to read your comments below and know more about what you think about this. Wish you all the best and catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.